Hi there my people, welcome back to Ladensa Crochets. If you're new to the channel, you're welcome. Kindly subscribe and join the family. In this tutorial, we're going to make a pair of shorts and we're going to use granny squares. This short matches a shirt that I did recently and I hope you're going to enjoy it. If you do, kindly leave a like, comment, share and subscribe to the channel. I'll be working with this yarn in these three shades. It's Alice Baby Best. I'm working with grey, red and black. I'll be using a 3.5mm crochet hook, a darning needle and a pair of scissors and a measuring tape. You're also going to need stitch markers. We'll start by making a square like this one, and the number of rows that you're going to work on your square will totally depend on your size. So if you're making a size that is bigger than mine, you're going to need to do more rows. If you're doing a smaller size, you're going to do fewer rows. And I did a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 rows with the gray and the red. Then the fifth row will be the joining row. So my square will have a total of 5 rows. But then I'll start with the 4, then the joining row, which will be in color black, will be the 5th row. So you need to measure your square, the size of your square, and multiply that by 4 because you need 4 squares to cover the thigh measurements. So in my case, my square has a length of 4.1 inches. When I work the black row, it's going to get to 5. Let me show you. So like in this case, I've already done the black row and this gets me to 5 inches. When I do 4 rows, that will get me to 20, between 20 and 21. When I measure this width, it's at 20 point something, but it can stretch a little bit to get me to between 21 and 22. So it doesn't matter the number, the size of the yarn and hook that you use. Just make sure that you measure the size of your square. And when you multiply that by 4, it should get you to the measurement of your thighs. I'm going to start with the gray. And we're going to start with a magic ring. This is how I do my magic ring. So just the same way I do my slip knot, I twist the yarn and then insert the hook into the middle and grab the longer side of the yarn. And here is my magic ring. Then using the shorter end, I'm just going to pull to make that circle smaller, like that. Then I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and that's the first double crochet. Then yarn over, insert the hook into the ring, yarn over and pull up a loop to get 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 to complete a double crochet, and that's the second double crochet. Then we're going to do a third double crochet into the ring to make a total of 3 double crochets. That will be our first cluster of 3 double crochets. Then we're going to chain 2, yarn over into the ring. We place 3 more double crochets. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And that's the second cluster of double crochets. Then again, we chain 2 into the ring. I've just made my ring smaller, but it's there. Into the ring, I'll place 3 more double crochets. So that's 1, 2, and 3. That is the third cluster of 3 double crochets. Then we're going to chain 2 and back into the ring with 3 more double crochets, and this will be the fourth cluster of 3 double crochets each. So this is 2 and 3. Once you get the 4 clusters, this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. We chain 2, get the shorter end and pull it tightly to close up that space, like that. Then insert the hook into the third chain on that first chain that you did. So into the third chain, you insert the hook, pull this up on the hook, then slip stitch to complete row 1. Sorry. So slip stitch, and there our one is done. Then I'm going to go into the next double crochet, insert the hook and slip stitch. So this will be the second slip stitch. Then we're going to have a third slip stitch into the next double crochet and a fourth slip stitch into the chain 2. So now we begin round 2. It's a round. So we begin by chaining 3, and into that into this space, which is the chain 2 space, we're going to place 2 double crochets. So together with the chain, we have 3, then chain 2, go back into that space with 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. So this is the first corner. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. So this is the first corner in round 2. Then we're going to chain 1, skip the next 3 double crochets and work into the chain 3, into the chain 2, plus 3 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Then chain 2, back into the chain 2 with 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, skip over to the next chain 2 space and place 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2, then 3 more double crochets into the same space to create the third corner. As you can see, this is the first, the second, the third. Then we're going to chain 1, and into the last chain 2 space, we're going to do 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 more double crochets. So those are 3, chain 2, 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Now to complete round 2, we're going to chain 1, then work into the chain 3 at the beginning. 1, 2, 3. Into this chain, we slip stitch to complete the round. Slip stitch, chain 1, and cut the yarn. Now, if you want to continue with the same color, you're going to slip stitch right there. Then you're going to slip stitch into the next double crochet. Slip stitch into the next one. Then slip stitch into the chain 2 and then chain 3. Then we're going to repeat. Start with, in the corner, we always do the shell, which is 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. In the space, the chain 1 space, we only place 3 double crochets. I'll show you that in the next round. But because I want to change the color, I'll cut the yarn at the first slip stitch on the chain 3 right here. So I'll chain 1, get my pair of scissors and cut off the yarn. Then pull through and fasten. So there we have 2 rounds with the gray yarn. Then I'm going to get the red. Start with a slip knot. So slip knot like that. Then I'm going to get the square in the space before where I've cut off the yarn. I'll insert the hook and slip stitch. This is a chain 1 space. When I slip stitch, I'll chain 3, go back into that space with 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. Now, because that's a chain 1, it will only get 3 double crochets. So we'll chain and then move to the chain 2 space, which is the corner, and place a shell there, which is 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 more double crochets. So those are 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 more double crochets into the same space. So there we have the first corner. Into the next chain 1 space, we're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1. Into the chain 2 space, we place a shell, which is 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3, then chain 2, 3 more double crochets into the same space. 1, 2, and 3. Then we chain 1 in the next space, which is a chain 1 space. We place just 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1. The next space is a corner, so we're going to place 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Then chain 2 back into the same space with 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1 into the chain 1 space. We place just 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. The next space is a corner, so we chain 1 and place the shell over there. To complete the round, we chain 1, then slip stitch onto the chain 3. If you want to change the color, you can chain 1 and cut off the yarn. Then you're going to connect at this point, just like we connected previously. But if you want to continue with the same color, after slip stitching in the chain 3, we're going to go into the next double crochet and slip stitch. Then slip stitch into the next double crochet, and then slip stitch into the chain 1 space. Now, because that's a chain 1 space, it will get just 3 double crochets. The first double crochet will be a chain 3, then 2 more double crochets. Chain 1, and then we get to the first corner, which receives a shell, or which gets a shell. So we have 1, 2, and 3 double crochets, then chain 2 and 3 more double crochets. So from here, everything else is easy. All you need to do is make sure that each of the chain 1 spaces get just 3 double crochets and the corners get the shell. So the next space is a chain 1. So here we're going to place, before we get to it, we chain 1, then place 1, 2, and 3 double crochets. Chain 1 in the next space, 3 double crochets. Chain 1. The next one is a corner, so the shell. 1, that's my second corner. Then I'll just continue all the way to the end. At the last chain 1 space, I have the 3 double crochets. Then I'll chain 1, slip stitch onto the chain 3, and then I'll chain 1 and cut off the yarn. If you want to continue to the next row, you're just going to slip stitch into the next double crochet, into the next double crochet, into the chain 1, then start with a chain 3 and continue with your clusters of 3 double crochets into the chain 1 spaces and the shells into the chain 2 spaces, which are the corners of the square. So now, because I'm done with my square, I'll chain 1 and cut off the yarn at that point. Pull the yarn through and fasten. So there is my square. I'm going to do a total of 24 squares for the short. If you're doing a pair of pants, you'll need more squares, of course. These right here are my squares, so I'm going to show you how to join them. So to join the squares, you pick one of the squares, and because I'm joining with the black, I'll get the black yarn. Start with a slip knot. Connect the yarn at the point at the chain 1 space just before where I've cut off the red. So right here, I'm going to do a slip stitch to connect the yarn, just like that. Chain 3 and place 2 more double crochets right there to complete a 3 double crochet cluster or a shell. Well, 3 double crochets like that. Then chain 1, skip into the next chain 1 space and place 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1. We get into the corner and there we're going to place the shell, which is 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Chain 2, 3 more double crochets into the same space. Then into the chain 1 spaces, which are 1, 2, and 3, we're just going to work 3 double crochets separated by a chain 1. When we get to the corner, we work the shell, then continue all the way around. So I'm going to chain 1, and then into the chain 1 space, I'll place 3 double crochets. Chain 1, 3 double crochets next. Then you're only going to work up to the end with this 1 square. I'll show you what to do with the second one. Then into the same space, we place 3 more double crochets because that's a corner. At the end, I'll chain 1, then slip stitch on the chain 3, chain 1, and cut the yarn, pull the yarn through, fasten. So this is how a complete square looks like in my case. So you're just going to put this right here, close because we're going to work with it. Then get another square, start with a slip knot, insert the hook into the chain 2 and slip stitch, chain 3, place 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, then chain 1. After chaining 1, we're not going to chain 2 and then go back. We're going to pull up the loop get the first square, insert the hook into one of the corners, then pull this loop through that corner and chain one. So we've chained one on one side and one on the other side. So that makes 2 chains at the corner. So then we yarn over and go back into this corner of the second square and place 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Like that. Then we're going to pull up the loop without chaining, insert the hook into the second space of the first square and pull the loop through, then chain 1. After chaining 1, we're going to yarn over and go into the next chain 1 space on the second square and place 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Then pull up the loop, go into the next chain 1 space and grab that loop and pull it through, then chain 1. Then we skip over to the next chain 1 space and place 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Then pull the loop, insert the hook into the next chain 1 space of the first square, then pull the loop through, chain 1, 3 double crochets into the next chain 1 space of the second square, pull the loop in the next chain 1 space of the first square, insert the hook, then pull the loop through and chain 1. Into the corner space, we place 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Then chain 1 and pull up the loop, remove the hook, insert it into the corner of the first square, then pull that loop through and chain 1 more. Then back into this corner of the second square with 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And now our 2 squares are joined. Then we're going to continue normally all the way around the second square. So we chain 1 into the next chain 1 space, place 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets next, chain 1, 3 double crochets in the next chain 1 space, chain 1 at the corner, we do the shell, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 3 more double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets, and continue all the way round. At the end, I'll chain 1 and slip stitch on the chain 3, chain 1, and cut the yarn, pull the yarn through and fasten. So we have the 2 squares joined. I'm working the back panel, so that means I'll need to do 2 more squares, join 2 more squares over here. So I'll get a third square and join it the same exact way I've joined the second one. So we're going to start with a slip knot into one of the corners with slip stitch, chain 3, 2 double crochets into that chain 2 space, chain 1, pull up the loop, remove the hook, insert it into the corner of the second square, then pull the loop through and chain one more, and then go back into the third square, the corner, with 3 double crochets. So this square, we're joining it the same way we've joined the second square. I'm done joining that square, then I'll just continue all the way around the square. Then after I'm done with this third square, I'll join a fourth square the same exact way. The 4 squares, and this is our first row. We need 3 rows for each of our 2 legs, so I'll show you how to do row 2, and then you can go on do the third row, and then after that we're going to join the 2 legs together. Now we're going to do the second row, and to do the second row we get a square and we're going to join it over here. So we begin with a slip knot. Then we join it the same exact way we've joined the other squares. Start with a slip knot, chain 1, 2, 3, work 2 double crochets into that corner, 1 and 2. Then we chain 1 and pull up the loop, remove the hook, get the corner right here and pull the loop through, then chain 1. Then go back into that first corner with 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. pull the loop, get the next space, get the loop back, pull it through, chain 1, into the next chain 1 space, place 3 double crochets, pull up the loop and remove the hook, into the next chain 1 space, insert the hook and pull up the loop, chain 1, 3 double crochets into the next chain 1 space of the square that we're connecting, pull the loop, insert the hook into the chain 1 space and pull the loop through, chain 1. In the next chain 1 space, place 3 double crochets, pull the loop and remove the hook, go into the next chain 1 space, get the loop back and pull it through, chain 1, into the corner, place 3 double crochets, then chain 1 and pull the loop, remove the hook, and we're going to insert the hook right here and grab that loop and pull it through, chain 1, then back into the corner space with 3 more double crochets. Once we've connected that square, we continue normally all the way around till we get back here. So that first square is in place. To join the second square of the second row, we're going to get a square and it's going to be over here. So we're going to connect from this square that we've just connected all the way through the corner, all the way to this point, then complete the row. So this square is being connected to 2 squares, this first one here and the second one over here. So begin with the slip knot. Get the corner and connect the yarn. Chain 3, place 2 double crochets there and chain 1, then pull the loop. We are connecting the same exact way. So in this corner, pull through, chain 1, back into that corner with 3 more double crochets. Then continue normally till I get to the corner. Once I get to the corner, I'll do the 3 double crochets, chain 1, pull the loop, remove the hook, and we're going to go into this corner over here, insert the hook, get the loop, and pull it through. Make sure that your work is not loose, chain 1, then go back into the corner with 3 double crochets. Now, the connection on this side is done, so now we're going to continue with connecting on this other side. So after pulling the loop, we're going to go into this square and pull this loop through in that first chain 1 space, then chain 1, do 3 double crochets into the next chain 1 space of the square that we are connecting. Pull up the loop, remove the hook, chain 1 space, pull the loop through, chain 1, 3 double crochets into the next chain 1 space. Pull up the loop, remove the hook, insert it into the next chain 1 space, grab the loop and pull it through, chain 1, then 3 double crochets next. Into the corner we do the 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, chain 1. Into this space over here, we insert the hook and pull this loop through, then chain 1, back into the corner of the square we are connecting with 3 double crochets. So now we've connected this part and this part, so we complete the square to this point. So now we're going to do a third square the same exact way we've done the second. So we'll connect over here, then on this side, and then complete. And then get a fourth square and do the same exact way. Connect on this edge, on the other one, then continue all the way to the end. So I'll complete row 2, then come back. I'm done with the second row. I'll do the third row and then I'll be done with the joining of the squares. If you need to work a pair of pants, then you need to increase the rows until you get to the full length of the pair of pants that you need. So keep joining the rows till you get to that length that you want. You're working two panels like this with 4 rows and with 4 squares across and 3 rows, so that when we fold, this forms one of the legs like this. The next thing that we're going to do is we'll get the measuring tape and measure the fly of our pair of shorts. It could be a short, it could be a pair of pants, depending on how long you want it to be. So you need to measure out the fly, and I want my fly to be at 10 inches when not stretched, but then there's an allowance for the waist ribbon because we're going to do a ribbon. So we're going to leave an allowance of 2 inches for the ribbon and then measure out 10 inches. So right here, let me see, right here is where we have the 10 inches. So I'm going to mark that part. Mark it, and then you need to mark it on the other side. So this is the second gap after the corner, this one over here. Just mark it. So this is the upper part of the short or the pants. This is the lower part where we're going to join the legs. So before we join the 2 legs, we're going to do an extension starting from, let me start from here, a little bit, 2 rows on each side. So what you're going to do is get the yarn, start with a slip knot, connect the yarn in this corner, chain 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, go back into that, chain 3, sorry, it's 3 not 4, chain 3, then go back into that space with 2 double crochets to make a total of 3 double crochets together with the chain 1, skip into the next space and place 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, chain 1 into the next one, 1, 2 and 3, chain 1, 1, 2 and 3, chain 1, 1, 2 and 3, chain 1 into this point of connection. We're going to work right here, place 3 double crochets, sorry, chain 1 in the space, 1, 2 and 3. Then at the point where we've marked, we're going to work the 3 double crochets. So 1, 2 and 3, then chain 1, 2, 3 and 4, then turn to begin row 2 of the extension. Begin in the chain 1 space, place 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, 2 and 3, chain 1, 1, 'So I'll work up to the end of row 2, then I'll work row 3. This is row 2. Let me get to the end of row 2, then I'll show you how to work row 3. To complete row 2, we chain 1 and work a double crochet on the chain 3 at the end, then chain 3 and turn to begin row 3. We're going to work 2 double crochets in that first chain 1 space to make 3 double crochets together with the chain 3, then chain 1 and continue to the end. At the end, we're going to place 3 double crochets. After chaining 1, place 3 double crochets at the end. 1, 2, and 3. Then chain 1, 2, and 3. 3 and not 4. Then turn. After turning, we're going to bring this side like this so that we join. So I've chained 3. I'm going to remove this hook from here and insert it into the point there where I've marked on the other side. I can remove this stitch marker. Then right over there, I'm going to slip stitch and then chain 1. Then after that, I'll work right here into the next space. I'll do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Remove the hook without chaining, insert it into the next chain 1 space on the other side, pull up this loop and slip stitch, then chain 1, yarn over into the next chain 1 space, do 3 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Pull out the hook, go into the next space, which is this space over here, slip stitch, chain 1, into the next chain 1 space. We're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Pull up the loop, then in the next chain 1 space on the other side, slip stitch and chain 1. Then we're going to continue like that to the bottom part. At the end, I'll slip stitch into the corner, chain 1, then do a double crochet on the chain 3. Chain 1 and cut the yarn. Pull the yarn through and fasten. So this is how one of the legs of our shorts will look like after that extension. Now I'm going to do the same exact thing with the other one, and then I'll be back to show you how to join them. So this stitch marker is not necessary anymore. Let me work the second leg and then come back. I have my two legs ready, as you can see. Now I'm going to join them from the inner part of the legs. So this is the outer part and this is the inner part. I want to join from the top, from this point through the middle, join over here and join all the way to the top on the other side. You can do this with a darning needle or with your hook and yarn. So I'll get my hook and the yarn and I'll start from these two corners, join the two corners together with a slip stitch, then chain one, back into that corner with a single crochet, then this double crochet and the double crochet on the other side. While working over the end, join them with a single crochet, the next double crochet and the other double crochet on the other side, connect with a single crochet, and then we're going to connect all the corresponding stitches till we get to the middle of the short. In the chain one space, single crochet, on the double crochets, single crochet, then the next one and the third one. Right here we're going to connect on one side of the chain twos, then connect on the other side of the chain twos, then continue to the double crochets. I'm at the corner or at the point where we have the double crochet rows. So right here I'll do a single crochet in the corner, then I'll get this double crochet and the double crochet on the other side. I'll join them with two single crochets. The next two double crochets, join them with two single crochets. Then two single crochets in the next two double crochets, two single crochets next, then we're going to turn to the other side. We start at the corner right here, and now we're just going to work the stitches, the double crochet and the double crochet on the other side, and continue all the way to the top. At the corner in the chain 2, I'll do a single crochet. I'll not cut off the yarn, I'll leave it there because I need to do the ribbon on the waist. So this is what we have so far. This is how our short looks like. As you can see, the waist is too wide. So now we need to do the ribbon. So beginning from this point where I've finished the joining, I'm just going to work on the right side of the short. I'll start by chaining 3, then work in this double crochet row, place a double crochet, then a double crochet into the next double crochet, a double crochet into the next double crochet, then double crochet into the next double crochet. Then we're going to skip the chain 1 space and work 1 double crochet into all the double crochets. So we just place in 1 double crochet in every stitch except the chain 1 stitches. Those ones we are skipping. So these are the stitches we are skipping, the chain 1 spaces. But when we get to the corners, I'll show you what we'll do. At the corner, we're not going to skip both spaces. We're going to work here in the middle space. Right there. Then we move on to the double crochet stitches. And continue all the way around till you get back here. I'm coming to the end of that first row and I've just placed my last double crochet. Then I'm going to slip stitch on the chain 3 from the beginning. Then I'll chain 3, yarn over, go into the next double crochet and go around it to do a front post double crochet. Then yarn over, from the inner part, go around the next double crochet. That's a back post double crochet. The next double crochet will get a front post double crochet. The next one will get a back post, then a front post, a back post, another front post, and I'll repeat this to the end, just alternating between a front post and a back post double crochet. I'm at the end of row 2 and I'm just doing my last back post over here. Then I'll slip stitch on the chain 3. It doesn't matter what you end with. It could be a back post, it could be a front post. That is quite okay. So we're done with row 2. We're going to do row 3 the same exact way we've done row 2. So start by chaining 3, yarn over. Where there was a front post, place another front post, double crochet. Where there was a back post, we do another back post, then front post and back post, and we repeat this to the end. So from row 3 to row 5 we just repeating row 2. I'll go on, work row 2 up to row 5, then I'll be back. Once you get to the end of row 5, you'll just chain 1 and cut off the yarn. Then I'll do a drawstring, attach it to the waistband so that it draws the waist together. Then if you want your shorts longer, or if you want to make it into a pair of pants and not a pair of shorts, all you need to do is do more. All you need to do is make sure that you do more squares till you get to the length that you need. Do the squares before you do the extension in the middle. So from here I'll just go on, finish my pair of shorts. I'll be back once I'm done. I'll be back once I'm done with everything to show you the final look of the short. I went on to work the 5 rows of the ribbon, and then I did a drawstring. I did a total of 200 chains. Then I attached them to the waistline in order to be able to draw the waist together so that it fits perfectly on the waist. So at this point we're done with the tutorial. If you've enjoyed the tutorial, kindly leave a like, comment, share and subscribe. And when you recreate this pair of shorts, please tag me on my social media pages so that I can see your recreation. And see you in the next tutorial.